Alright guys, what is going on? Sorry about the delay. We had technical issues on both sides of our computer, because that's what happens when things go live. But welcome to Turtle Recall, the news section. The news portion, I just say, of the podcast. I'm Jason.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Yes.
And I'm Mike.
Yes. News correspondent Mike, our certified Ninja Turtle expert over here.
Oh, man.
Yeah. So, we got some pretty interesting stuff to go over for you guys. And so, for the audio podcast, this week we are looking at the first CBS Season 4 episode, Son of Return of the Fly 2. Should be really fun. We're definitely looking forward to that. Mike, you want to tell us what podcast you just uploaded today?
So I am on the Ninja Turtle Power Hour podcast. We just covered issues. I can't remember what three, but they're of the Image run of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, known as Volume 3, or Urban Legends if you're collecting the IDW reprints of those. Kind of a lost era of Turtles, because even when Peter Laird came back in for Volume 4 back in 2001, he completely ignored this era. So if it wasn't for IDW bringing it back, like, nobody would have access to these.
That is very true. I remember he made a big deal to say that, like, these aren't canon. And he was like, this is not canon, and neither is Ninja Turtles Next Mutation, because he didn't want anything to be done with any of those.
Yeah, and it's wild because, like, Volume 3 like really does its best to tie into Mirage, but it's heavily Image. So if you guys want to go check that out, Ninja Turtle Power Hour. You can even listen directly in the Facebook app now. We've been uploading our podcast there.
Oh, nice.
So that's been super easy for people who are on Facebook. Jump over to the page and you can just listen to the episode right there.
So, sounds good. All right. So let's go ahead and get started with this week's news. And we are already joined by I Can't See What Is Going On. I know you I know you tweeted something out to me not too long ago, and we are going to be talking about that. And there's Mike himself.
Yeah, I'm in the chat this week.
Sweet. So. All right. So the first thing I want to talk about is, last week Mike and we talked about the San Diego Comic-Con NECA set, and that sold out in like 30 minutes. Not surprising.
Which was, well, I mean, it wasn't surprising that it sold out. What was surprising is that it lasted for so long.
Right. It did not last like 2 minutes. And also, the site was not bogged down. It was like such a few.
Oh, it was like a half hour.
Right. Yeah. And like, I mean, the thing was like when you clicked on and add the cart, it didn't like freeze. It just kept going.
Yeah.
It was like really smooth. And
apparently there was like a queuing system too, like,
yes, yeah,
like when you're trying to buy Comic-Con tickets.
Yeah, there was a queuing system, so you couldn't actually do the checkout shortcut.
Oh no! I just told everybody about the shortcut.
About that, and you had your Ninja Turtle Power Hour was even like posted there, and if you did that, it just ruined everything.
Well, my heart was in the right place. Nobody told me that it didn't work for them, so I'm hoping it didn't screw anybody out of their sets.
Hopefully it didn't screw anyone out of their sets, but everything went smooth. People were in the queue for like maybe 30 seconds. I ordered mine straight at like 12, right there. But so everything worked well. There were unfortunately there were still people who couldn't get it, is only because they had work or they had like other engagements and they just couldn't get there. Well, NECA is giving you a second chance. They basically went through and deleted all the bot orders, and all the people who ordered duplicates were like, if they ordered more than 2, they're like, oh yeah, you don't have those anymore. And that freed up some inventory. So tomorrow, June 8th at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you have your second chance to get any of the NECA San Diego Comic-Con sets. Not sure how many is left. They didn't really say how many is left. They didn't even say how many they put in on that last Friday.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is your second chance. Basically, if you're not going to Comic-Con, this is your best way to get these. We both discussed about it's not coming to retailers like unlike the past ones. But this is definitely your second chance. So definitely, if you didn't get it, here's your chance. For you guys who are listening on the audio podcast, check the NECA site. Maybe there might be some left over. I doubt it, but sorry, if you're now just hearing the news for the first time and it's already sold out. Apologies.
Well, that's why you should listen to the live news show on YouTube.
That's correct. That's why you should listen to the live one.
Because we'll give you the news before it happens.
Right, exactly. And so that's not the only pre-order that's coming back. The other pre-orders coming back we talked about a few months ago, which are the Fury toys from 5K Toys site. It's the Samurai Turtles, the unlicensed Ninja Turtle figures. The first one that went up for pre-order is Leonardo. Well, not Leonardo. I'm sorry. His name
not
is
Leonardo.
Spring.
His name is Spring. Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. And I already had to clear up because some people thought like he was supposed to be released in spring. No, his name is Spring.
Yeah, his name is Spring. He was always supposed to be like Q3.
Yeah, Q3, Q4. Yeah.
So I follow the artist who originally did these on Instagram.
Yeah.
Before 5K had gotten them, and so I was part of that original pre-order run a couple months ago.
Oh, nice.
So I'm really glad that these are back in stock. I mean, for $50, this is an incredible figure.
Yeah. It's definitely an incredible figure for $50. Now, me personally, I didn't pre-order. I have no plans of pre-ordering only because I have so many figures as for myself as it is now, and my thing is like, since it is like unlicensed, I don't feel like I need to get these. Also, the height is not my favorite. I'm not a fan of how small it is.
It is pretty short. I think it comes out to a little over 4.5 inches.
Yes. I did a comparison video, if you guys remember, where basically it's like, so if you want to compare it, it's going to be the size of the Rise of the Ninja Turtle figures. Like, so you like, basically I compared it to like what the Toon Turtles and what the movie Turtles. I compared it to those guys. I also compared it to Marvel Legends. So it's just,
which isn't the worst, but it is really small.
It's really small. It's just,
and I know a lot of the Turtles fandom has a problem with like paying that much money for something that small.
Right.
And it's just kind of the name of the bag. Like, I buy Nendoroids, which are this size, and those are like anywhere from $40 to $90.
Right, exactly. Yes. No, yeah. I mean, and like I said, like, this is a good size for general Asian action figures. It's not a bad size in general. It's just that, for me, since most of my Ninja Turtle figures are from the West, I prefer to have it the Western size. But
yeah, and that makes total sense. Like, these aren't going to scale with anything that you currently have. Like, unless you've got like maybe the vintage party wagon,
right?
This will scale perfectly with that, and the blimp.
Yeah. This will scale well with those. Perfect. It will scale really well with your Playmate figures. Like, this is like, and especially if you get the Playmates last Ronin, this is gonna really go well with them.
Oh yeah.
This is gonna go really,
I forgot I got that already.
Yeah, exactly. Those are really gonna go well with this. It's just that, like, I mean, if you're wanting to have them fight NECA, Roxanne, and Bebop,
your Super 7 figures.
Yeah, your Super 7 figure. Oh yeah. Your Super 7 figures, they're just gonna, like, but hands down, the design is really cool. And like the detail and everything for $50 is actually a really good price. And
Yeah.
Mike's gonna let us know all about it when he picks it up and gets it, and
Oh, absolutely.
take all the fun pictures with it. Just Jason Anna won't.
And what's really cool is that like Fury Toys, because like this is obviously not licensed, they kind of did their own thing and decided to make this into a brand for them. And so if you go on like Big Bad Toy Store, Fury Toys as a maker has like that really cool not Leatherhead, not Killer Croc figure.
Hey, his name is Killer
Um
Croc. He's supposed to be
uh
Leatherhead, but his name is Killer Croc.
no, it's not Killer Croc exactly.
I could have swore.
Hang on, I gotta go check my pre-orders.
Yeah. Check it.
Doing it live, folks. We're doing
Yeah,
it
that's
live on the
right.
show.
That's right. But no, yeah, that the leather-haired figure looks really nice. I actually really like him. And...
It's Fury Planet Wilderness Hunter Crocker.
Okay, Hunter Crocker. For some reason, okay, I think the YouTube video was called it Killer Croc or something like that.
Yeah,
Uh,
but it's not Leatherhead. It's not Killer Croc. But if you want to put a little vest and a hat on him and a shotgun, I guarantee it'll be a lot of fun.
that's right.
This
yeah.
one's about a little over 7.5 inches, so it's
Yeah.
gonna tower over your samurai turtles.
Right. But there's gonna be it'll scale well with those because like that's what it's supposed to like tower with it. But at least with that one, like at least like you can actually still like compare that with like the NECA figures and everything. It still will scale well with them. But like these. But I believe like this is supposed to just tower over those samurai turtles because they gotta fight a fun enemy. Come on.
Yeah, and I saw a lot of people asking like, "Hey, who's next?" The original artist. So the original artist on Instagram doesn't have an Instagram. He's posting it like through a friend. And so when these popped up like last year, they showed Donatello.
Right.
But then there was like, so there was like no information about him. He just popped up on a bunch of pictures. And then 5K was like, we're going to do pre-orders for it. So I don't know exactly the whole thing because like I remember seeing a comment from the artist who was like, we didn't work with 5K, so we don't know what's going on. But I think that was just like a translation error. Because they're translating from Chinese to English.
Gotcha.
So it sounded weird, but now that like everything's kind of full steam ahead, and then today like we saw like not just the pre-orders go back up, but we saw like a full like box with like everything inside of it too.
Oh, nice.
And they did like a little unboxing video with it, and it's really cool. So like it really feels like if it's just a plain white box, which because this is unlicensed, they're not gonna
they're not gonna
plaster
plaster
names all over it.
Right.
So but that is a good feeling that it's at least this far along that they're ready to show that kind of stuff. So these may enter production now.
Oh, that's cool. That's really good news, and hopefully they can stick with that Q3 Q4 date, and usually when I see Q3, that to me tells me like end of August, the whenever it's like whenever it's like whatever Q is like, okay, that's going to be at the end of something, like
yeah. And so like what I was saying, so Summer, the purple turtle, doesn't have any kind of pre-order or release date, and they have not shown what we're assuming would be fall and
we haven't seen fall or winter yet. We don't know which ones are going to be fall and winter either. So so but yeah, and because I've had like people ask about like what about the pre-orders for quote unquote Donatello, and I was like, they haven't put it up just yet, but so the next thing I do want to talk about is I want to talk about Nickelodeon AllStar Brawl, because they came up with a surprising update, which I swear, if you guys like listen to the podcast where I did the review of the game, I had one major complaint, and I know I brought up this complaint every time we talked about this game, but they had a big update, and it had two big items. The first the first thing that they did was they brought actually items to the game. I'm going to briefly talk about the items because the one thing I was disappointed, there is no Ninja Turtle item. Like,
What?
yeah, I was like really surprised. I'm like they couldn't put like a foot blaster or like the party wagon or just like I don't know, like even a pizza. Like
Well, any pro Smash player would say no items anyway.
Right.
Final Destination, no items. So, uh, but that's really cool that they're showing that kind of support. And was this a free update too?
This is a free
for adding
update.
the items.
Oh
yeah, that's even better.
Yeah. This is a free update. But the major thing, which I'm so happy about, is they added voices to all the characters, and because the lack of voices was a big, thing that I like. I just like that was a big thing I felt I was missing. And
Yeah.
before I even got this game, I was even saying that my problem with the Nickelodeon Racer game is that they didn't have voices. And that game, I mean, the first game's been out for like at least like 3 or 4 years now. The second game's been out for like 2 years. Those never got voices. I was not expecting AllStar Brawl to get voices. Like I just thought they were just like, hey, we're just gonna make it on the cheap, put it out there. It's really good to see that they're actually putting some care into this game and actually giving what like people are wanting.
Yeah, I think that's gotta be because this game hits with like a different market than like All-Star Racers do.
Yeah,
like those are obviously for kids games, but like for some reason this caught on with the fighting community, and that's huge.
Right.
And I don't think they're trying to go to like Evo or anything. Evo's the it's like the Super Bowl for fighting games.
Right.
Not a perfect analogy, I'm sorry, but that's the best thing I can come up with.
No.
It's not my head right now. But I don't think they're gunning for Evo, but I think they saw that like, hey, like very prominent fighting game like YouTubers and influencers are talking about this game, and like I think they're trying to get on that. And the biggest complaint was there's no voices.
Right. And I mean, without the voices, it really made it soulless. So, Mike, have you actually had a chance to play this game?
I have not. I was waiting for it to hit like kind of a sweet spot for me.
Uh-huh. Do you
for
have
this kind of game.
Plus?
I do have PlayStation Plus, and it's free this month. I know. I was going to say that was my sweet spot that I was waiting for. Yeah, so the fact that like this hit PlayStation Plus this month is crazy.
Yeah,
but I'm so stoked that it's the game. Like when I saw that come out, I was like, yes.
Right.
In fact, I'm gonna add it right now. While
While we're recording, go ahead and add it. Make sure to get it downloaded.
Doing it live, guys.
Doing it live. That's right. So. I do want to talk about most of the voices, just like in all the characters in general, are the original voices. The good news for us Turtle fans, Michelangelo and Leonardo are voiced by the original actors. Cam Clark and Townsend Coleman. Shredder is voiced by Jim Cummings, and if you guys listen to our last 13 podcasts, you guys would know Jim Cummings did the voice of the majority of the European season for Shredder, so he's not new to Shredder. So it was obviously we can't get the original voice actor, but this was a good substitution. I still think oh gosh, he does the voice of Cleveland Jr. I'm blanking on his name. Kevin Michael Richards. I thought he was a great substitute voice of the 1987 Shredder.
Kevin Michael Richardson is just really good at everything.
He's really good at everything. If you guys have not watched the 3-part Tales of the Ninja Turtle episode where they meet the Ninja Turtles, which is it was the Nickelodeon last episode, but it was not the true last episode. But he did the voice of Shredder.
It's Transdimensional Turtles, right?
not Transdimensional Turtle. Is Wanted Rocksteady.
Oh
Bebop.
no, it was Wanted Bebop and Rocksteady.
Yeah,
That's right.
Yeah, that one. That one he did the voice, and he did such a good job of like doing James Avery's voice. Like he did such an excellent job. So
I mean, and he's also just the 2012 Shredder, so like you gotta love him for that too.
Yeah. He's a 2012 Shredder. You gotta love him for that. Exactly. The only I will say disappointing thing is that April she is voiced by Abby Trott instead of Renee Jacobs. I played as April. I mean, I have nothing. There's nothing bad about this voice actress at all. I think she's a great voice actress. It's just that I don't hear April when I play as her, and that's mainly because we've been watching the show for the past 2.5 years now. So
yeah,
I mean, we have April in our heads, and like this is not like it's just not April. So that's the only thing. But like, I mean, you know, I've discussed this in other past episodes before. I mean, my hierarchy is, you know, I'd rather have a voice actor than no voice actor. I mean, a preference, I want the original voice actor, but a voice actor is better than no voice actor. And I mean, it really brings so much life to the game. I mean, and like, you know, the only thing I feel bad for you, Mike, is that you haven't played it before the voices, so you won't actually appreciate how more incredible and how more lifelike it is now with the voices.
Yeah. So, yeah, like to be honest, I'm kind of glad I missed that because I've seen videos and it is a little soulless. So I'm looking at Renee Jacobs' IMDb, and I was thinking about it too because like she's not part of the voice cast for Shredder's Revenge either.
Oh, okay.
And April's a playable character in that game, so it's like that would be even more of a reason. Like, you know, you have two versions of Toon April, and you're not using Renee Jacobs,
right?
So I'm looking at her IMDb. She actually hasn't done voice work since 2014.
Oh, was her last voice work the 2012
yeah,
series?
and that was playing Mrs. O'Neill in the 2012 series.
Yeah. Oh,
she was on a show in 2020 on a TV show doing live acting. But yeah, according to her IMDb, she is not done.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I'm really surprised.
Me too.
Yeah.
So I was kind of wondering, like, you know, maybe that's why they didn't ask her to come back.
Maybe. You know, I still haven't had a chance to see her in a convention. But whenever I cross paths, I think she friended me on either Facebook or Twitter, one of those things. I'll try to. We've been trying to see if we can get her on a podcast. Like, you know,
that would be really cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm friends with her on Facebook too. Like she's pretty cool, and she's in a couple like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles groups too.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. So.
But what's wild is like Peter Renaday, who plays Splinter, is still doing voice acting.
Oh, that's cool. That's good. Yeah.
So IMDb lists him as Splinter for Shredder's Revenge, but we haven't seen the full voice cast, and
right.
Dottie Mew didn't say anything about him being in the game, so I don't know.
I mean, I'm hoping he is because he does like voice like the other half of like the characters as well. So
yeah,
like because you know we have a lot of Vernon in like we've seen.
That's true. There is a lot of Vernon. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm hoping like we get Peter Renaday back. I mean, time will tell with that. Before we move on to the next to our main story, the one thing that kind of like surprised me is that Mikey doesn't say cowabunga, but Leo says cowabunga in AllStar Brawl. I just thought it was weird. Like Mikey says,
well, as he said in the 1987 series, like he, you know, people always just think he's the serious one.
Right. Yeah, but no, it was just weird that like because in the show Mikey was the one who was always shouting cowabunga.
Yeah, no, that's true.
Yeah, in the game it's like Leo just like like his one of his like dropkick moves. He shouts "Cowabunga," and I'm like 90% sure they recorded Townsend Coleman shouting "Cowabunga." They just probably couldn't figure out where to put it because he does shout "Pizza Time." He shout like Mikey shouts a lot of cool stuff. It's just that to me it was just weird. It was so off-putting. I was like, wait, why is Leo saying it, not Mikey? But
yeah, that is a little weird.
yeah. I Can't See says, my only beef with this game is that the turtles are 2D instead of 3D. They have this paper effect when they turn. You know, I haven't, I don't think I ever noticed that because when I played, they always looked 3D to me. But I have to play again. I played it for a good, for a few months. I just never, I don't think I ever noticed a paper effect when they turn. I have to like pay attention to that now. But all right, so the last thing I want to talk about, the main thing we want to talk about, we kind of were talking about it last week. We said that this was going to be revealed on next Monday, June 6th, and it is now past June 6th. But we got the semi reveal of the Shredder's Revenge Collector's Edition from Limited Games.
Limited run games.
Yeah, limited run games. Sorry, limited run games. Yes. Now, a few things. I thought would so. CEO Josh Fairhurst, he actually posted on Twitter. He said that he can't wait to show what's everything that's coming, and he said hopefully that'll be later today. He posted that last night, and so that makes me think that like maybe there is something that like one of the items that like hasn't gotten approved yet or something like that, and that's why they didn't have like a pre-order spot on their site or like kind of show us what exactly is coming in, because they just kind of like
let's talk about like what was actually revealed, because they did say we're going to reveal on 6/6, and they kind of did, but also like you said, it wasn't much of a reveal because we didn't see a final box art. They did at least tell us what is going to be in it. They just didn't tell if that was going to be everything that's inside of it.
Right, exactly, yeah. So, all right, here's what's listed. Here's what they listed. So the game is going to be a VHS style classic edition. So basically, I think the game box is going to look like a VHS tape. The game is going to be inside a steel book. So that kind of makes me wonder, like, okay, are they going to make it like look like the Disney clamshell VHS case or like the slipcover VHS? Like
yeah,
just so many questions. It's like, because they didn't actually show what it was. So it's also coming with a strategy guide, which I'm kind of like, parts of me, I'm kind of curious why this looks like an arcade game to me, and like I don't know why you need a strategy guide, but I guess like to let us know what you can unlock and everything, because I know there's unlockables. And then there's going to be a mini arcade replica. Just blow. I'm like, I really want what is it? Is it going to be paper? Is it going to be like what like? But the last thing, the most important thing, I'm actually really excited about is that it's going to come with a Playmates classic figure of Shredder, and it's going to be kind of like the original Toon Shredder design. Like, it's not exactly, because his mask and his arms are like not as shiny. If you're watching this on YouTube, you should be seeing what they put out there. And if you're wondering why the picture is kind of like pixelated, that's actually how they did it on their stream. They did purposely all pixelated to make it look like a bad FMV thing to watch.
Yeah, because I think it was shot by like Mega 64.
Yes,
and they're primarily known for these like low budget video game skits.
Right.
So the whole thing was like they're these two Contra type guys breaking into the alien lair, and they're finding out all this stuff. And so the guy who like is revealing what's in the Shredder's Revenge collection is in like a secret warehouse, and he's got like a stack of like Pizza Hut boxes. So we didn't mention it also comes with a coupon for a personal pan pizza from Pizza Hut.
Yeah,
Like,
I was going to get into that. But
okay,
yeah, yeah, I was going to get into that. But first, let's talk about the
jump the
collector's.
gun.
Yeah, yeah, it's all right. All right, we're still on the collector's edition because like there's a separate thing for the Pizza Hut thing. But yeah. Now I'm like semi excited about the Shredder figure. Like one, I've always wanted the Toon edition of Shredder. Like ever since I was a kid, I don't know why I never got I got it because my problem with the original Shredder figure, like he had no shirt, and that always bothered me as a kid.
I say as I'm holding my Super 7 Shredder with the no shirt. But yeah, so my original question for this, because like I saw the tweet from the CEO, and he said it's going to be slightly different, and so I originally asked like, how different from the 1994 original Toon Shredder figure are we talking here? Because like from the FMV footage, like it just looks less shiny. Like the helmet doesn't have like the metallic paint on it.
Right.
And then the box is totally different. Like this is the modern style classic Turtles. It's got the Nickelodeon.
Yeah. This is like their
logo on the top.
Their general like, hey, re-released a figure box
thing. Yeah, and so like, I gotta think that's it. Like this is the final figure that we're getting.
I'm thinking that too, to be honest. Like, I mean, let's not forget like how Playmates did the movie Star Turtles, where it was like really just like really lazily done, and also like
they used the same body on all 4 times, and then Splinter,
Splinter was like a travesty.
Like that turned me off from getting those. So I know for a lot of collectors, the original Toon Shredder is kind of a highly sought after figure. Like they can go anywhere from like $100 to $200. Loose or in box.
Right.
Loose complete and in box. Like loose Toon Shredders, I saw a couple on eBay today for like $30. So, it varies, but I know like this is one that a lot of people want because, like you said, this matches what he looked like in the cartoon.
Right, exactly. This matches exactly what he looks like in the cartoon. I mean, and like so, it's not exactly that. I wish it was like a little more like that, but it's not. Something I can't see says, what's the price for this? I usually don't do limited run games. As far as this might be neat to have. We actually don't know what the price is for this right now is. That's the other thing because they haven't like revealed what the actual price is.
And I'd hate to spitball something for you. I can say that my Scott Pilgrim collection that I picked up, it's the same kind of collection as this. I got the not top tier one, the one just below it, and that was like $90, I think.
Right.
And it came with a lot of stuff, but at the same time, like I'm thinking about how I picked that up, and thinking about like I love Turtles more than I love Scott Pilgrim.
Right.
So like I'm inclined to do it, but I'm like I don't really need this figure. Like I have no interest in that figure.
I have 100% like full interest on this figure, even though it's not exactly, but. This is like one I've been wanting, and so this is at least it's to me it's okay. It's close enough. Like if I run into a good price of a Toon Shredder, then I'll pick that up as well. But this is close enough. But if I had to guess, I'm gonna say 150. Like I'm just like, I mean, only because of like other things they listed. I'm still wondering what this arcade replica is. Well, all right, so we talked about the collector's edition. What's going to be coming in all physical editions of Shredder's Revenge is going to be a coupon for a free personal pan pizza from Pizza Hut.
Pretend like that's the first time you heard it in this whole podcast.
Yes, exactly. Pretend like Mike didn't like jump the gun.
I just love pizza, you guys.
Yeah, I thought this was pretty cool. But then like. As soon as I was like, this is awesome, and then I was like, wait a minute. Not many Pizza Hut sells personal pan pizzas anymore.
Yeah.
Like, so here's the only reason I know this is because, uh, what I was trying to get a personal pan pizza for my son like a few months ago, and the one that's near our house does not have it, and then like the one that's like all the ones in our area did not have it. I had to drive to a Target that was 20 minutes away from our house
Oh
to
wow.
go to pick it up from their Pizza Hut Express.
I'm like thinking like I don't think any Target around here even has uh
Pizza
pizza
Hut
a Pizza
Express.
Hut inside of it anymore.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Um
I mean,
so I'm logged into the Pizza Hut website right now. And I'm sorting it by locations because I want to see if my have the have a pan pizza.
oh yeah. So I mean, and I posted this. I mean, I didn't like tag limited run games. I didn't tag anyone. But the CEO Josh Ferris like responded to me. He was like, "Oh, there are some that still have it." I'm like, oh, okay. Like I'm like, thanks for reaching out and letting me know. Like
I mean that's nice. That lets you know that he's like keeping an eye on all like
right,
on the chatter, you know?
right. Exactly. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so according to Pizza Hut's website, my Pizza Hut, my closest one, does have a personal pan pizza, which is a registered trademark.
Okay, cool.
So
Hey, you're good. More than
I
likely.
can't select it though.
Oh, they might not have it. If you can't select it, that means they don't have it. They just like and here's the deal. Part of the reason why like Pizza Huts like don't have this is not because like one like is probably because like they're saying, oh, these aren't selling well, like small pizzas sell more than personal pan pizzas, and two, the packet like it's more cost effective for them not to send like the packages for the personal pan pizza, and it saves them money if they don't have to do that.
All right.
What'd you find? Were you able to add?
I wasn't able to add it because for some reason it doesn't you have to select the right crust, so it's not
Oh.
available crust.
Oh, okay. Okay, so once you selected the right crust, you were able to do it.
Yeah.
All right.
So it really reminds me, and I know Jason, you'll probably remember this. Remember like the old Book It program?
Yes, I remember Book It. I remember
Oh
Book It. I still
man,
have the pin, the holographic pin, and the stickers that went with it.
oh, that's cool. See, I never got any of that. I always used my Book It coupons like as soon as I got them.
Uh huh.
So yeah,
Yeah. So
I don't remember. I don't remember using the Pizza Hut coupon that came with the original arcade game though.
I used the original. I used the coupon from the Ninja Turtles 2 NES edition. I know I used that one. I used
Gotcha.
that one. This one I'm probably not going to be using because like I said, I can't find a pizza near me that has it, and I'm not going to drive 20 minutes away for a personal pan pizza. Like
I don't know if I'd want. I don't know if I'd want to use it though because because it comes in that collector's edition. Like
see, it's also coming
once
in the
you
regular
use it, you're
edition
not going
too.
to have it.
Yeah, it's
So
also coming in the
then I got
regular
to
edition
buy.
too. So like, don't forget that
So then
it's
I got to
not just the
buy.
collectors.
But then that means like I got to buy that, and then it's like I'm gonna.
Right. Yeah, that's true. Buy that just to use a coupon. That's kind of like cost of. Oh, I think I lost Mike. All right. Well, I think I lost Mike there. But
I'm here. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a really weird thing. But what I was saying is like I don't know if I want to use the coupon because then it's like then my collection won't be complete anymore. Like
Right.
I don't know. It's weird because like I know like for when Mutants in Manhattan came out in 2016,
Uh-huh.
I used the free movie ticket to go see Out of the Shadows.
Yeah.
And because it's like that's not something that's like written on the box, like I don't feel as bad about it. But then like this Pizza Hut coupon for some reason, like I don't want to use it. I don't know. I'm weird like that.
I completely understand. I completely understand. I know I did not use. I know I didn't use my Mutants of Manhattan movie ticket because I got to go see it for free anyway. So that was a cool thing.
Whoa.
Yeah, yeah. I got. It was cool. I got to see it a week early before it came to like official theaters. So like,
Oh, dang,
yeah,
nice.
yeah. It was nice. But yeah, but that's pretty much all we have for this week. Thanks for everyone who joined us. Thank you, I Can't See, for contributing. And he basically said he thinks that the Pizza Hut coupon is basically a throwback. Be
You're
sure
not wrong.
Yeah, not wrong at all. Be sure to check out the full audio podcast coming this Thursday, which will be Son of Return of the Fly 2. So, we got more Baxter Stockman fun stuff, and we're finally getting into the CBS season, as you guys have been wanting us to be doing.
Yeah. Finally.
Finally, exactly. All right, till next time, guys.